Morning, students. After long gap, I am taking your class. So I want to complete this chapter within this video. So just be careful and listen carefully what I am going to explain. I am going to explain. I want to start explanation from today from page number 103. So please take your book along with you and put your finger on the topic which I am going to discuss. Like my finger is here, the cursor. Here you can see on your book client or internet terminology. That means internet terminology means what? When you are using the internet word, then what the words you have to know about. So related with the internet, what are the words you are going to hear? To understand how internet works, one has to be first familiar with the internet terminologies. Now first one is client. Client means it is a computer. Client is a computer on the network. As you have understood what is internet means network. Network means what? When one computer is connected to another computer to share the informations. To share the information from each computer. Okay. So when now which computer is called as client? That one I want to explain. Now here you can see two boys are sharing their, that means shaking their hands. Actually they are not shaking, they are sharing the informations among themselves. So those computer which will request for the information from one computer, that means say for example you are having one machine and I am also having a machine, and you are asking me to send some information about the software. So I am providing you the information, I am giving you the information, I am sharing the data with you, I am just transferring the data to you, the information to you. So you are the client. So that's why you are the client. So here what they have told, a client is a computer on the network that requests services from another computer on the network. Since network means what? When one computer is connected to another network. So when one network is requesting some service from another computer, so that person, that computer system, that computer is called, it will work as a client. Okay. And next topic, that is server. You can see here the server I have given. Just wait, the paper is being skipped. So here the server, you can see a server is a computer that receives requests from the client computer, process this request and sends output to the respective client computer that had placed the request. What does it mean? Means say you have sent the request to send the information to you. Your computer has sent the information to another computer, send the information or to send the service to the to your computer. So to whom you are requesting, you are sending the request, that computer will provide you the service, and that computer is called server. That computer will call is been called server. That means what the server will do? Server will process that request and sends output to the respective client computer. That means send the output whatever you have asked for the request. So to do the request, so it will send the respective client computer that had placed the request. So that is the client server relation. That means say for example in practically I want to tell you that when the teacher is providing you the informations, so here the teacher is a server and you are the client. So who is receiving the service, they are client, and who is providing the service, they are server. So it is not fact that you are only be the client. When you will give service to any other computer, then you will be server for them. You will be the server for that client. So I think I have made clear to you about client and server. Now next one you can see, next topic is web server. So next topic is web server. So what is web server? That means a web server is a computer that is dedicated to provide web service to clients on the internet. That means the web server is a server, that means is a computer that will be that means only it will be provide service, that means web service to clients on the internet. Means through the internet, that means globally all the informations around the world, whatever the informations you want to collect, that informations from anywhere you want, they will provide you. So that server, that means those who will provide you the service, they are called server. So since it is providing you the informations from whole of the world, from anywhere you want, so they are called web server. Come to the next part, that means bandwidth. You can see here the bandwidth. So bandwidth means the amount of data that can be transmitted across a network or cable. That means when you are accessing the internet, you can see sometimes it starts buffering. Nowadays you know all the terms of internet. So buffering means what? The net is slow. That means it is taking the time to upload or download the data. So if the net is slow means what? That means it takes more time to process the data. So at a time, how much data it will process or it will transfer, that it will depend on the bandwidth. That means bandwidth is the amount of data that can be transmitted across a network or cable. So it is measured that how much data will be provided to you in a single second, in a second. So that is measured by bits per second. Bits means digits. Bits means binary digits. The full form of bits is binary digits, because all the data which is being accessed by the computer, the data are transferred into 0 and 1. So 0 and 1, two numbers, two values, that is binary. Binary means 2 and digits means number, so binary digits. So bits per second. In 1 second, how many bits will be transferred, and that is the that will be measured by the bandwidth. That amount, it is called bandwidth. That means, for example, you can see in your book it is given, a modem may connect at 256.8 kbps, means kilobits per second. That means modem means it is a device which will convert the signal in analog to digital. That you will go in higher classes, then only you can understand. So that is the device which will convert the signals. Okay, so the speed, how much speed it will how much speed it will connect, that is 256.8 kilobits per second. In 1 second, 256.8 kilobits it can normally send and receive. How much? What does it mean? Kilobits means, kilo means what? Say 1 kg is equal to how many gram? That is 1000 gram, is not it? So 1 kilobyte is equal to how many bytes? 1000 bytes. So it will send and receive the data, how much? See, you can see here 256800 bits of information per second. In 1 second, how many digits it will receive, or it can send this much. So that is the bandwidth. That is called bandwidth, the amount of data that can be transmitted. I think I can explain you. So let us go to the next topic, ISP and Internet Service Provider. So that means in our India, you have heard the service provider company like Jio, Airtel, BSNL, is not it? So Vodafone, so all are these companies are called internet service provider, which company provides access to the internet. That means we need the permission to use the internet. That permission who will give internet service provider, and to that means purchase the permission, we have to pay the money for it. So it is directly connected to the internet customers using. Now the internet service provider will provide us the service by using the wire, by using the customer, that is connecting the customer with wires, wireless or fiber optics connections. Say for example, at your home you are having 3-4 devices, but in one device only you are getting the permission to use the internet, is not it? So that means service you are getting in one machine only. Then at that time what you do, you connect your system, your machine with that machine by wireless, by hotspot, is not it? So who will give this service? Internet service provider. These companies will provide the service, and some of the examples I have already told you. It is the most popular now, it is at present, it is Jio service, and then BSNL, Airtel, etc. Now next part is browser. You can see on the bottom of your page, browser, you can see some icons it is given. You can see this one is, I think you know very well, Mozilla Firefox browser. This is Google Chrome. This is Internet Explorer. This is Netscape Navigator. Okay, so these three are common for you: Internet Explorer, Chrome, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. So Internet Explorer, it is inbuilt in our system. When you load the Windows operating system, along with that we get it. Google Chrome, so Google Chrome, it is of Google, that means it is also a web browser, and Mozilla Firefox. Now let me explain what is a browser. It is a software which helps us, just I am reading the lines from your book, then only I will explain you accordingly, which help us to navigate through World Wide Web. To access the content of a website, user must have a browser that can help them locate a website on the internet and then view the content of the website. What does it mean? That means it is a software which helps, actually, in simple sentence I want to explain. That means whenever the information through it, when you are connected with the internet, that means you need some information from outside, is not it? So from outside, when the information will come, to display that information, to see that information, you have to open the software, you have to open the package. That software is called browser. So whenever, say I am sending some information to you, okay, or say you want to open one site, the website, okay, so how you will, it will be visible on your screen by opening with the browser. You will open the browser and then you will just access you will type the address of that website, then only the information will be displayed on the screen. So to access the content of your website, you can see in that second line it is written, to access the content of a website, user must have a browser that can help them locate a website on the internet and then view the content of the website. So browser, the use of browser, you came to know what is it. Now every website, come to the next page. Now I am going to the next page, that is 104. So every website, there is a URL, that is a uniform resource locator. It is a link that is used to access a website. Whenever you want to see the website, you have to know the address of that website. That is URL address. So URL means uniform resource locator. That means that it is a unique address of each website. So for example, your school is also having a website. So to see the details of your school, you want to know about your school, or somebody want to know about Holy Cross School. So at that time they have to know the URL address of the Holy Cross. That link they will type and on the browser, then only the information it will display about all the details of your school, and they can see the information. So these are all about your URL. Now requirement of the internet. What is the requirement of the internet? That means to access the internet, what we use, what we needed, what we have to means what software, hardware it is needed, compulsory. Number one, operating system with browser. You need a operating system. You know everything. That means in the machine, in the computer or mobile, you all of the mobile or the system, it is having operating system. Say in your mobile it is having Android operating system. In our computer it is having Windows operating system, Windows 10, Windows 8. Okay, so operating system with browser. So the browser should be there, otherwise we can't see the information. Either Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, etc. So next is a modem and active telephone line. That means a modem, I have already told you, a modem is a device. Actually the full form of modem, a modem is a device. Its full form is modulation and demodulation. So modulation, from modulation it is MO, and from demodulation it is DEM. So modem. So modulation and demodulation. Modulation means it will convert the digital signal into analog signal, and then demodulation means it will convert the analog signal into digital signal. That means when that means information in our system, actually it is that means what is the path, how the information it is coming to your system through telephone lines. So through telephone lines, when the information comes, it comes in analog signal, and then through the modem it converts into digital signal. Then only we can see on the system the information and we can read it. So, and then the last point is an internet service provider. An internet service provider, already I have been explained to you. So these three things we need to access with the internet. So in this video, up to this much I have explained. You just listen properly what I have explained, and in the next video I will explain the next part.